Hey guys, welcome back to another Angular tutorial. So in a previous tutorial we talked about components and how they can help simplify the developer experience, and in this tutorial I'm going to be talking about services and how they're using Angular to share data between components. Now they can be used for more things like that, such as shared functions, but the main idea is that you can use them to share things such as data or functions or things between components. So let's just get rid of these components for now, and I'm going to create some new components to explain what I'm trying to explain what I mean. So let's run an ng serve, so this is going to be updating, and let's create a new terminal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a component which is like a let's just see, we could do something like a checkbox or something like that, or it just really needs to be an input component. So why is this taking so long? I wonder if I can do commands like this. Let's just test. Yeah, this is not working. Oh, I think we're still waiting for this, that's why. So anyways, in the meantime, probably just wait for this. But yeah, what I'll explain is we'll have an input component, then we'll have another component which is going to take data from that input component and display it. So now I should be able to. Let's just generate our component. Let's just call this input component. And now we get an input component. And yeah, inside of this we can just have something like a checkbox, or even like we just need something that we can use to modify, so we can even just use a text field. Let's just have a text field, input text, and we will have this as placeholder. Let's just say type some data. Okay, then I'm going to bring in a text field here, so I spelled component wrong. I think I can just fix that with simple like that. Well, I'll probably have to update them. Then yeah, update all of these as well. Component. Okay, finally we can just change names here. Yeah, sorry for that small problem. Probably shouldn't have done that. Done this, and okay, there we go. So now we have our app component here. Very basic, we literally just type some data. I'm probably going to want this data as well, so I'm just going to bring in the forms module, which allows us to use ngModel, and yeah, that basically just allows us to get the two-way data binding. So I'll explain what that means in another video, but for now it doesn't really matter too much. So we can have something like text string, we'll just set it to nothing by default, and I think we are going to have it like this, I believe, although what's gone wrong here? Oh, just did the parentheses the wrong way, like this. Okay, there we go. So now when we change this text, we can also change in the data. For example, if we make this like random stuff, save, have random stuff in there. Okay, so now you'll notice we actually have a text object here, which basically just is binded to this text field. And now let's create another component, which is going to be called our display component. And we're going to be using data from this to display into there. So let's just say we want to display data from input component here. and we can go back to our base component, just add in app display component like that. Okay, so might be wondering, how are we going to get data which is in this component into this component? And there's different ways of doing it, but probably the best way, especially for component to component data, is going to be to use a service. So what we can do is we can do ngGenerate, and then we do service. I'm going to create a new folder for services, and then we'll just call this data service, because you generally want to use one service to share all data. So now we have a new file. Oh, I spelled this wrong as well. So right, should be able to do that, and should be fine. Okay, so basically we can kind of define variables and things in here. So let's just move our text object from here into here like that. Now what we can do is, you'll see it gives us an error. So if we go to our HTML like this, you'll see the error is now doesn't exist anymore because there's no text object in here. So the first thing we want to do is we want to import that service. Let's just import data service. I probably shouldn't name it service, because when you create a service it actually adds it to the end. So that's the problem, but it's fine, no need to fix it now. And then what we want to do in the constructor is to actually create a public instance of this. So let's just call this ds for data service, and we've just created this. And now what we can do is we can link it to ds.text, and now it's linked to this. So now we can change it from here, changed from service. You can see that it's gone in there, and now all we have to do is do the exact same thing in the data service, in the data component or display component. So we can go over to here, import the service, create a public instance of it, and then we can just go back here and we can bind that data into this. So we do ds.text like that, and there it is. I'm going to give this a br tag. So now you should be able to see changed, and it appears below. And yeah, this is all just taking advantage of Angular's ngModel, which binds it to the variable, and also the component which we use to sync both components. So yeah, service which we use to sync both components. So that was how to use services to share data. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a future tutorial. Bye.